We got two of the adult film star ladies, the corn star ladies, that have been beefing. So I found this report through No Jumper. Adam 22 had all the tea. So I'm going to let him break it down, and then I want us to discuss who may be in the wrong, and also why are white women fighting over 1,000 bodies? Let's do it. All right, we got it right here.
With Lily Phillips. She's the one who did the documentary about her fucking 100 dudes in a row. Then right after that, we get hit up by Bonnie Blue's management because we were supposed to shoot with Bonnie Blue the next day. And we get informed that because we shot with Lily Phillips, now Bonnie Blue is pulling out and does not want to do porn with us. And
so when I first heard that part, I was thinking like, oh, there might be some diseases involved because that's what that sounds like. Mm-hmm. But he continues.
She did the same thing to other adult podcasts in LA as well. So what I believe at first, I thought, holy shit, Lily originally had the idea for the 1,000 Guy Gangbang, and then Bonnie snaked her, went around her, and did the 1,000 Guy Gangbang first, which keep in mind, these two chicks were doing gangbangs together. There's videos out there of them fucking 20 dudes together at the same time and shit. But then as we dig into it, Lena actually did the research, goes into the Twitter, starts looking at who posted about it first and everything, and we figure out that basically Bonnie Blue proposed the 1,000 Guy Gangbang before Lily Phillips, and then Lily Phillips, when she did her 100 Guy Gangbang, announced that she was going to do the 1,000 Guy Gangbang before Bonnie was really able to get much motion doing it. Now, the problem is, you go to the Pornhub rankings, Lily Phillips is like number 3 in the world right now. Bonnie Blue is like 184 or some shit. So it's like, you got to, I don't want to pit girls against each other or anything. They don't f- with each other right now. Lily Phillips got the star power for sure. She's the better looking one. She's the one who everybody is paying attention to on more of a mainstream level right now. You see her posted about on Twitter nonstop. The gangbang beef in the porn world is probably almost worse than the gangbang beef in the actual gangbanging world.
It's corned beef.
That I hate it. I hate it here so much.
You don't like corned beef?
Not between white women.
Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. So no, but I'm looking into it because he goes into and talks about Lily being the more conventionally attractive one of the two.
Okay, I'm gonna look up what both of them look like.
You've seen Lily because we talked about her before.
Okay, let me look up.
But Bonnie Blue, they're both, to me, they're not too far.
What's Lily's last name?
Phillips.
Okay.
So Bonnie Blue, she's all right. I don't think that they're that different in regards to looks.
Okay, Lily Phillips is a attractive looking lady.
But Lily looks younger than Bonnie. Bonnie looks a little bit older. I think that's what hurt her.
Bonnie Blue.
She has a little
bit they
older.
are the same prototype of white woman. I don't know what we're talking about here.
But she looks a little bit older. Lily has a little more of an aerodynamic look to her, like her face kind of, ovals in. Not as much as hers is kind of more, not normal-ish face, but it's aged. It's a little weathered, more weathered than.
Oh, Lily. Are these the two of them right here?
Mm-hmm. You see? It's just a little weathered.
Bro, I'm going to send you this picture so we can put it up while we're talking about it. Are these not the same exact white woman? Is this not the same woman twice?
No, one of them looks older than the other. Bonnie looks significantly older than Lily. I don't know if they're significant, the ages. Hold on. You look up Lily's age. I'll look up Bonnie's age.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well, I already had Bonnie typed in.
Oh, I did too. Bonnie is 25.
Let me.
So, and she looks 30, to be fair.
Phillips?
Yeah, Lily Phillips. Bonnie does.
She's 23.
So, okay. So, damn, 2 years does that to white women?
Bro, white women age terribly. Especially, it looks like Bonnie has had filler. Okay. Which is why she looks older. Okay. And she wears a lot more makeup, too. And it looks like Lily kind of does like a softer look. Like she wears less makeup, which is probably why men are a little bit more attracted to her.
So how does that sound when, like, I know it's only probably this conversation only happens in their kind of world, but like, how does that sound when you go up to someone and he's like, why don't you like her? And you're like, she stole my 1,000 guy gangbang before I could do it.
Well, she stole my idea for content before I can do it. You don't have to
go specific.
You don't have to specify that it's 1,000 guy gangbang.
But if you say that to me, I'm going to be like, what kind of content?
Well, yeah, but like me too. But like that's if she's she's probably not super like private
but
about being a corn star.
Both of them are not. But the thing is, like, I just don't see how you could be upset with someone for being a better cum rag than you. Like, that's just crazy to me.
That you're being an asshole.
That is?
Yes. Because let's take out like the fact that this is obviously disgusting, right?
Let's take out the first word of the beef, corned beef, right?
Yes, let's take out the fact that this is obviously disgusting. One content creator was working and doing collabs with another content creator and shared with her that this is an idea she had. The other one took it, ran with it, did it before her. That's a little messy.
That's shady. Okay.
That's just messy.
We'll look at it like fair content all around.
Yeah.
And we'll say, hey, yes, that is messy.
They are both cum rags, though. Cum buckets, actually, because you need more than a rag.
I'm
for
telling
that.
you, there was no cleaning that up with a rag. Oh my goodness. Oh my, they probably could have had like so many.
My God. And then, okay, so
imagine how many humans they could have cloned.
I think about like the fact that like most of us have like sex flashbacks, right? And they're good sex flashbacks with like people who we had consensual, enjoyable sex with. Do corn stars have flashbacks to like just being uncomfortable and not wanting to do this and like having to power through it mentally? Because I'm sure that I have to do that. I'm sure that there's people who you don't want to do that with. I'm sure there's times where mentally you're just not in the mood and you just have to power through it. Like, do you have flashbacks of just like feeling like a nut rag?
I think with them, a lot of times you'll hear, and especially when I was watching the documentary with I always say her name wrong, Lily Phillips. When you listen to her, they kind of just black it out. Like they kind of just, they don't even really remember the event like that.
I've seen Netflix used to do documentaries about sex workers and corn and stuff a lot during COVID. They put out a couple, and I watched all of them. And a lot of corn stars, especially when they're in that like traditional like pumping out roles, if you're not like an OnlyFans girl doing your own content on your own time, they do drugs.
Oh,
they do heavy drugs.
I would only imagine you would have to
just like purposefully disassociate.
I would imagine it was the same technique that they use to perform same kind of stuff that they have to do. You could probably say that a dude who is about to do a drill probably does similar.
A drill,
like going to shoot his ops. What you would do to get ready to do a drill on your ops was probably very similar to what they do in regards to getting, inebriated, taking hard drugs.
Would you not want to be aware though if you're putting yourself in like danger where you can die?
Well, no, sometimes these niggas don't look at it like that. The drill, it's not like we going to war and these niggas know we coming at them. We catching them off guard. So I need to be in the mind frame where I can just end a nigga life off the top without even thinking about his family.
I think if you have to do drugs to end someone's life, then you need to not be murdering people.
Well, I mean, the nigga who doing the
like
murdering.
you gotta. I feel like as a murderer, you have to do it sober. You have to do it sober.
We could argue that
you have to be okay with that in your heart sober. You can't do drugs to kill.
We could argue that the corn stars. We should say that
you're
to the
a
corn
pussy.
Star.
You're a pussy if you have to do drugs to kill. You got to do that cold-blooded, sober from your heart. You have to enjoy killing.
So you gotta raw dog the kill.
Dog the murder.
But you can't raw dog the scene? I mean, not literally. I mean, physically, like mentally. Raw dog the scene? Like,
I mean, I don't have a specific, like, you need to do this if you're a porn star. Like this is, but if you're taking life, that is very serious. You need to be mentally aware of what you're doing, and you need to make sure that this is what you want to do, and then do it if you want to do it. That's what I'm saying. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Because the guy who's killing he probably doesn't want to do it. He only doing it because he's getting pressure from other people.
His act is way more serious than somebody getting fucked.
Debatable. Somebody could die either way.
I don't care what mental state you are if you getting fucked. I need you to be clear and aware of the fact that you about to kill somebody and you want to do that shit. Not just because.
Man, regardless, because if we being honest, and we're gonna finish up with this part. If we're being honest, if you have to get on drugs to do your scenes, you're essentially saying the guy has to assault you because you're not in your right mind.
This is an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
That we stumbled into, because I have come across, like, there are lots of women who get drunk to have sex. if you are inebriating yourself past the ability of giving consent in order for that to happen, what is your thought on that?
That's, to me, it means you don't really like sex. That's how I look at it. If you can't do it sober, then you really don't like doing it. And
that's what I'm saying. The same thing about killing.
But I mean, that would make the same thing about the corn scenes. You shouldn't be doing the corn scenes if you can't do it.
You're right.
Without being inebriated.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I mean, especially at that point, anything can happen to. I've seen behind the scene corn clips where the scene was done and then the niggas went and started fucking her again. Like, I've just seen it, but she was just so inebriated, she was just like acting like it was cool with it.
I've seen like before, like BTS, before the clip happens, before the deed starts getting done, and it's just like knocking back shots. Like there was one video in particular that I remember vividly because she basically chugged that bottle and she was like talking about how much she needed this to get through this because it was two dudes that she was doing in that scene. And then it's a whole, so I fast forward to them actually doing the scene. It's a very long video. And then she's just like, you could tell that she's messed up during the scene. And I was just like, this is fucked up. This is really fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Cause like I said, it goes both ways in that regard. It's a toll on who you are as a person. That's why when I'm so critical, and we're not going to talk about this person, her name Jada Thorpe. She's a college basketball player that just signed with Playboy. And it goes back to my long-standing theory of why do the women who are in professional sports that are women of color always have to go to selling sex. But we can step away from that.
We'll revisit
it is detrimental
this
to people to have to do that, though.
I want you to compile evidence and then
I did that the last time we talked about it.
No, like more than just like keep doing it and then make it a whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been tweeting about it every time I see it. I just make a note of it.
Yeah, keep doing that
because anytime I see the women of not color and they're not turning their backs.
But then I also want you to make a note of the white players that are doing this too.
But they're few and far between.
Yeah, but still make a note.
When I see them, I'll try.
Yeah,
I won't forget.
And then we'll compare.
No, I won't forget.
We'll be journalists. Okay, so let's stop talking about like the bottom of the barrel gutter butt white girls and let's move. We not